Welcome to Just Wanna Fly. Aurora PPG joins us tonight, taking inspiration from Aurora, the Roman goddess of the dawn. We aspire to renew ourselves every morning and fly across the sky, announcing the arrival of the sun. We love connecting more and more women, both in person and online. We are passionate about connecting with a broader audience and sharing knowledge and inspiration, particularly with women and girls. We hope to welcome more and more women and girls into the sport of powered paragliding. Your donation helps Aurora PPG create and provide programs and events that accomplish our mission. Let's fly high.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Well, hello,
Thank you.
ladies.
Hi.
Hi.
Everybody. Well, hello, ladies.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hi. That was me.
Great.
I got it.
I made sure Justin's on mute too, just to make sure we don't get echoes.
All right. So it's sunny here. I got the sun in my eyes. I'm not complaining. So other than that, nothing else new here. Who's next?
It's
Been in
windy.
the 70s, low 70s here.
Oh, nice.
I think it was low 60s here today. Oh, sorry. High 40s, low 50s in Pennsylvania, and very windy. We had a storm come through too, so it warmed it up for a little bit, but then it cooled back off.
Okay.
How is it in sunny Florida?
I'm not in Florida right now.
No.
Oh, actually, G is.
G is, yeah. I knew you just came home. I am.
It's nice and sunny. It was actually a beautiful day today. Nice temperature, nice everything. I did not get to fly today because I'm stuck at home working and momming. But I hear that there was a lot of good flying down in Lake Wales. Jillian is working with students, apparently 2 female pilots in the making that she's working with.
Yeah.
So that's very exciting.
Good for her. Susan, what do you got for weather?
It's cooler than normal, so it was like 60s today, but it's terribly windy. Had some rain. I'm on day 34 with no flying. It's not okay.
All right. So I'll start off by saying that just before the show, we were talking a little bit briefly about some of the bad things that have happened this week with Anthony Vella. Our prayers go out to him and his family and his kids. And not sure what all happened. And I just want to say my heart goes out to him. And I did open up partially because of that. I did open up my video again because most of my things have been completed now, and I wanted to open it up when I knew that that was going to happen. And as I know, a lot of you weren't watching that first night, but just goes to show that it can happen to anybody. I mean, with Anthony and myself and anyone. And you were saying that somebody in Arizona, we're not too sure on names or circumstances, but it was a paramotor accident, we think.
I think she's frozen.
Yes, there was a pilot. I don't know that pilot. Alan came back in.
Okay. All right. And who else would you want to?
Not sure what's happening with that. They're just fine.
Is that your cat hissing? All right. Maybe if we get her back later, we can have her talk about her picture in the background. All right. Susan?
Jade,
Wendy, hit it.
Wendy. Wendy has to do the honors.
You guys are ready for some good news? I literally just got done. That's why I rushed in here and I just kept this background instead of trying to have the fancy one that was sent. So thank you. Those were cute ones you sent. I was 3 hours with the airport manager of Jersey Shore Airport, or airport owner's daughter. And we are a go for August 23rd, 24th, 25th weekend at Jersey Shore for another year. There is some stipulations. We're going to work on those details behind the scenes, and we have another meeting that we're going to do at Bad Apples with the committee to get all the details worked out. She did say that this is probably the only PPG group type event that she's going to allow at Jersey Shore this entire year. So she wanted me to make sure to get the word out because she doesn't want to be called every single weekend by 4 or 5 people to ask to fly. And she doesn't want it to be a PPG airport. So she's really excited about the event. She wants to be there. She's going to try and be there the whole time. She wants to be able to meet everybody and see people and see more about the sport. She personally has flown with her dad over many years, and she has never had a pilot's license, but she loves the whole sport, and she loves seeing everybody fly, all different things. But of course, she wants to keep it safe. She wants to make sure the people who are paying in the hangar to be there are willing to fly at the same time as we are and feel safe. For us to make them feel safe, for them to feel that we're okay and safe. So there's a couple details we got to work out, but they are very like smaller, minor details that we'll work on in the background, and everybody doesn't have to know all the details. But we can officially, or we have officially launched the dates. So everybody can start penciling in those dates in their calendars, and I'm sure a lot of people we're going to see at Bad Apples to be able to talk about it more. And I'm excited because we're going to have balloons, we're going to have paramotors and possible drones, but that's only just, you know, if weather's permitted and we're okay with that.
And when was the flying again?
August 23rd, 24th, and 25th. I will just kind of give a heads up. That is the opening weekend of Little League World Series. So the entire world comes into Williamsport. So a lot of times trying to find a hotel, you could drive even an hour and a half and the hotels will be booked. So it's just kind of a heads up for that part of it. So I'm definitely going to recommend trying to do camping at camping spots more so than trying to find a hotel room. So maybe looking ahead now on any KOAs or anything if somebody wants to try and stay that way.
Now, are they going to allow campers at the fly-in again this year?
That's one of the details we have to work out. We found out that where we allowed people to park last year, was not owned by the property of the airport.
Oh,
And that is owned by a different person. So I now have to go and get permission from that person. And where everybody came in, there was a dirt road. That dirt road, we let people park to the left of that dirt road, which was still off of the airport runway. However, people were laying their wings on the runway for too long of a time. Like you literally can't leave them there without having your motor on or starting your motor or anything and getting ready to fly. So nothing to the left of the road will be permissible. We got to get permission for the people on the right side of the road, which that same property owner owns left and right. We were on their property last year and didn't know it. But to the right side of the road, there's still plenty of room. It's just that'll keep everybody away from the lights or the runway or even being close and questionable.
and that would have been the area where it was long grass, right?
Yes. Yep.
Where people
So
were complaining.
Yeah. And that's because it's not the airport's job to mow that. It really is somebody else's property. So we just didn't know all those details last year. So I'm trying to do more of the background work so that we can make it as nice and pleasurable for everybody. You know, even the pilots coming and where they're going to stay is mowed or whatever. But I did find out that the person who owns the right side also has a whole bunch of other property back that direction that looks like it has some open area that we might just be behind, might be able to have some parking area closer to the silos or whatever, where if somebody wanted to camp, it might just be back in there. I'm not sure about that, so I have to work on that stuff. But yeah, very excited that we got the permission again this year.
We got some dates now anyway. Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yes.
So we will get the dates out there on social media and on the website and get things going, and then just keep updating information and releasing information as everything gets solidified. And then once, like registration and all the rules, once everything is set and available, we'll just keep communicating all that stuff out as well.
All right.
But we'll get the dates up there tomorrow.
Okay. And John Wayne, yes, I believe this is the gentleman that we were trying to guess about. So we're so sorry for him and his family and friends also. So very sad news. All right. What else do we have? I missed the meeting on Sunday, so because we were hanging out with the Sibleys from Missouri as they were up in Wisconsin. So
drinking milkshakes with cupcakes on them.
Yeah.
No kidding. Those things looked awesome.
They did. Well, we went to Sun and Fun. Aurora PPG was represented at Sun and Fun in Florida. Fun.
It looked fun.
Yeah.
Did you fly there?
Yes. Got my second air show in the U.S. down and under the belt. Got to fly Saturday night and Sunday morning.
Very cool.
And I think it was Sunday morning. Yeah, because it was the morning flight. You could smell jet fuel in the air at 400 feet. It was really, really bad. I mean, it like almost want to give you a headache bad. But I didn't realize I was up there when the Thunderbirds were up there. And then I got to see them go right by while I was up in the air, and it was far enough above me and in front of me. But I was like, now I understand why I was smelling all the jet fuel. I thought something was burning up on my motor, or I was going to have a motor out. I was getting a little nervous, but it was just all the plane activity.
I can't even imagine the wake from those. Must be crazy being in the air.
Well,
I'm sure
I
you were
was
not
at
close.
400 feet. Yeah, because we were down. Yeah. The air boxes weren't close to each other, so on purpose.
Yeah. They actually do a pretty good job at Sun and Fun, making sure everybody's separated. I feel it's a little restricting for us, but it's safe. So not complaining, but definitely it's a very small box that PPGs have. So, but yeah, it's a big responsibility having all those people in the air on all of those different aircraft.
Justin just mentioned it's very true, and I saw this happen at Oshkosh. Is so on Saturday when they let us have the window, they said you have 35 minutes to cross the line, get into the field, get your motor on, get set up. I mean, that's like getting your motor, because you can't start your motor to get into that first. You have to wait till you cross the line. You got to start, warm up your motor, do your wing, get up, and they gave us 35 minutes to fly everything down and out and off the field. I was like, well, I know Justin reminds me all the time that I take 45 minutes. So I didn't know if I was going to fly, but I was like, man, I want to. So I got out there. I was the first one out and the last one to leave, but I did it. And they cut our time by 10 minutes. As soon as they got us all on the field, they announced that it was even 10 minutes cut off of that. So I was like, oh, but I knew once I landed, or once I took off, they had to give me time to land. I did one circle and came down.
I'm the same way. I've always felt like I took forever.
Well, it's kind of different with a trike. It takes a little longer with a trike.
Yeah, I think the checks and balances too. I mean, you it's one thing to check your arms like this when you have you grab your lines and you know look. It's us. We have to walk around and do one whole side, then walk around and do the lines and do one whole side. And then if you got A assist, you got to hook those up when you're.
Yeah.
It's a little more, for sure.
Yeah.
Shane Planet Shane says, yeah, being rushed to take off is always fun. No.
Yeah, I don't like being rushed to take off.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the thing is they gave us till 7 o'clock to get off the field, but the air show was not starting right at 7. So
Right.
it was because they pretty much shut down that field so that everybody can start to focus and walk over to where the air show is going to go. And it's like us as pilots, we're okay if we take, give us a little extra time and we'll go over there when we're done. But yeah, they just want the air box closed down before they can open that other air box up. And I understand that.
But I wanna talk about all the amazing people that stopped by our tent, our Aurora PPG tent at Sun and Fun. It was very nice. It was definitely a very good experience to talk to all those people with varying levels of interest in the sport. Some people didn't know much about it. We also had we had a lady that stopped by with questions. She said that she was not interested in flying, but her husband is, and she wanted to talk about the sport and the safety and all of that. And it was very nice to even have that conversation and kind of ease her mind about all the different ways that that we can enjoy the sport. But yeah, a lot of people. We had a lot of girls with interest in flying. Some who are actually in general aviation. We had an Airbus 320 pilot that also stopped by and tried the motor on and walked around with it. And I have to give Susan a big shout out for putting her motor on display and letting all of those wonderful ladies try it on. It was always, oh, come
Or
try it
like
on.
making them.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Making them. Yeah, well, a little bit of, persuasion sometimes. But it was so nice to just see the reaction. And of course, Susan's setup is beautiful. It's very light. And they all put it on their back and they go, wow, yeah, this is actually not as heavy as I thought it would be. But then we had a few guys also come and try it on. So that was that was nice, just spreading the love.
What do you have, Susan?
I've got a Fly Products Eclipse with a Atom 80.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was
And it had
surprised.
an empty gas tank.
I'm sorry.
It had an empty gas tank. So all these girls are like, yeah, I can run with this on, no problem.
Yeah.
Yes, it's just yeah. I can handle myself well with like about like I don't know like 1/3 of my tank. You get to half and I start struggling. Anything more than half, like I've kind of just fell during takeoff on some of those low wind forward inflations that I'm struggling, and it was actually specifically before like a cross country flight, and I just couldn't run with the full tank. It
Wheels,
was rough.
baby, wheels.
I know. That's kind of what I decided to, resort to. Like this is my new mindset in flying is basically when there's wind, it's foot launch. When there's no wind, why suffer? I got wheels. So just the right job, the right tool for the right job, or whatever the
If
saying
you got to
goes.
have 5 gallons of gas, wheels are better.
I know, right? And it's a skill that I've learned. I took the time to learn wheels, and I put a lot of hours into it. So I might as well enjoy it. Like I don't want to be stubborn about one way or the other. They're all tools in my toolbox. I just choose whatever will give me the most enjoyment at the conditions that I have. So so yeah, I'm starting to look into. I have had setups in the past that transition between foot launch and wheels very easily, and I'm kind of tweaking my setup and making sure that I have something that is easy to transition, but also um, safe and fun and has all the best of both worlds. I'm greedy. I want everything. So that's what I'm working on.
If price were no object, I'd probably have, a second paramotor, but price is an object.
It's
Gas
starting
says
to become one. Oh, hey, who is that guy?
Welcome.
What is he talking about?
I do have to say, I will do a shout out to Gaggle because on Sunday morning, the Gaggle would not stop talking in my ear the entire flight, announcing 400 feet below, or I'm sorry, 150 feet below me, or 1,000 feet above me, off to your 3 o'clock. Yeah, like it was nonstop, and I was like, I couldn't believe how many pieces of equipment were up in the air at the same time as I was, and I was trying to make sure is any of them in my airbox. But Gaggle was really, really helpful, and it has made
so awesome.
huge improvements.
It'd be cool to see what the whole Sun and Fun area looked like, with all of those people in the air. Like I think Ryan showed us when he was on the show. He showed us a screenshot. It was actually during the Gaggle episode with Henny, but Ryan sent this picture of just all the paramotors that were in the air in the last bad apples. It was such a really cool image to look at. So I'm curious what that looks like for Sun and Fun. Probably just like a big spaghetti bowl of roots and people flying different things. That would be so cool.
Is this Kramer's weekend for her flying?
Oh,
Kramer? I just saw Just Go Outdoors say, Travis, hey Kramer, I can't make it to this weekend. Hope it's a great flying.
She should jump on here.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, Wendy.
Yeah.
I gotta show you.
Oh, you have them on, your little flamingos. Awesome. I'm glad you like them.
I do. Thank you so much.
And thank you for sending your sticker so that I could put it on your other item, because I was like, I want to put something on it that personalizes it to you.
Yeah,
So it
thank
worked out
you.
perfect. Yeah.
That's hung up in the bedroom.
Aw, glad you like it. Happy birthday, Shirley.
Thank you.
I'm sorry
Hey.
that we're not going to see each other in person this year. I'm very bummed out about that.
Yeah. Hopefully we can make it out to you this fall.
Oh, yeah,
or-
that's right. You said you might be able to make it to Aurora.
yeah.
You have a
Just
place.
depends on work.
I'm very
Justin's
excited about
chiming in over
it.
here. Justin's chiming in over here. He's like, you have a place to stay. You don't have to.
I know. I know.
Even has wheelchair access.
Still has the same wheelchair access. That's right. We walk up the ramp every time.
I get yelled at every time I'm in the wheelchair now. It's like I got the knee scooter now and crutches. I hate the crutches. Tonight I'm walking with the cane. So
I don't know if you heard him say it. He says, I don't have a knee scooter ramp built yet.
a pink knee scooter ramp.
There you go.
So
Well,
Susan,
when I disappeared for a few minutes, I don't know if you all talked about the members of the board. Did we introduce our new members? I know we had a couple of additions recently. Would you like to talk about that?
We had people in the intro, and then we just briefly brought up a couple things, but so we're really excited. Maria Blandon has been kind of back and forth with getting on the board since we started, and with schedules and meeting dates. And unfortunately, with her current injury, her schedule's a little later. So we finally got Maria on board this past weekend. And then Rachel Blocker, we kicked off our meeting by nominating her and electing her to the officer position of secretary. So those are our two biggest announcements. I guess Jillian got elected and nominated here in the past 4 months, but whether that is new news or not, we're excited to have her on board.
And I think we're a total of 9 again. Is that right?
Yes, we're back at 9, and 9's where we have to stay for a little bit. Start knocking out some more committees and some more progress, and then we'll be able to have not everyone having to be doing everything, or not have any one person stretched too thin, or not having anyone feel like they have to be on every single committee.
So Susan, can you
Yes.
talk about the 24 and 24 to 24?
No, because I'm not good at talking about that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So we don't have a director of development right now. So when it comes to fundraising, the entire board kind of has to get better at talking about that.
Okay.
Would you like me to explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, if you want to.
I mean,
Otherwise I would.
So we're in 2024, and we thought, well, not we. I mean, I know Susan had this great idea of 24 and 24. So donating $24 in 2024, if everybody donates $24, it can really make a big impact in 2024 for being able to put a pilot in the air.
well, to get our fundraising goal of $24,000 in 2024
I forgot
is
that.
the other piece to that.
So if any of you out there have $24 you're willing to spare, Aurora,
So-
PPG.com.
AuroraPPG.com. You go to the donate button and it'll bring up this page right here.
.com will get you there, but I highly recommend you use the .org.
Oh, I'm sorry. .org.
There. Okay.
Justin's giving me a hard time over here.
Oh no.
What did you say? Luis, you're on mute.
You're still on mute.
Is there a place where you can watch the balance of that to see if it's
No, because if people give through different ways other than through the one button, we have to pull the numbers in and consolidate them in order to push out updates.
Oh.
So I'm working on getting the graphics in order to have the goal and where we're at as we approach the goal.
You know, like they do blood, you know?
So yes, similar, or even whether it's counting dollars, counting number of donors, all the different ways.
Yeah.
Because I'm a data analyst, so, you know, I'll be crunching numbers and running all the metrics.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your QR code that's on your screen.
Oh, that's just to go to the website.
Okay.
Is all that QR code is there for. Is
Okay.
that should
So all you
just
gotta
take you
do
to
is-
the homepage.
Yep. All you got to do is open up your phone and your camera and just let it zoom in on that, and you'll get a little yellow button, and you click on that, and it should say probably Aurora PPG underneath it. Press that, and it'll take you to the homepage. So
You should probably get this other QR code instead, though.
well, we're doing you first.
Because would any of us have gotten together without you, Jade?
I know.
That's true.
This is true. Every single one of us on here we know each other because of Jade.
That's right.
Mhm.
Heck yeah. So on that note, let's see who else we know in the chat. Bill H is in here. I haven't met Just Go Outdoors yet. Chuck Dodge, he's from Minnesota. We've had him on. Linda Anderson, I've met. Kramer, I can't wait to meet. Gaston, can't wait to meet him. I've met John Wayne and flown with him. Scuba, looking forward to meeting him. Shane, Planet Shane, I am looking forward to meeting him also. Williamsport Windwalkers, that's Justin. Met him plenty of times, but I could meet him some more.
I'm gonna tell you a secret, what I think. I think we do know who Go Outdoors is.
Oh,
Yeah. I think it's Travis.
oh,
I think it's a secret. He's trying to be sneaky. Yep, I am Travis DuPont.
It's rigged. He's
Rigged.
wrong.
As soon as he says it, it's rigged.
Kelby
I thought it
Cox.
was last week.
I've met 2 Feet and a Heartbeat at the Pennsylvania Fly-In. Let's see who else. Ed Brinkman. And I think that's about it. We got our usuals in here. I'm
You have
sorry.
another one, and she keeps being very anxious. She's jumping on me.
Craig
You want
B.
to see another one?
Willow.
Willow Weaver.
Willow needs her own login.
She has her own TikTok channel.
Oh, she does?
There's Bonnie
Hey.
Ryan.
Willow the Pomsky.
Hi, Willow.
Oh, she's so cute.
Aw.
She needs to come play with Eugene.
Since we came back home and she has 5 acres to run and she doesn't have to be on a leash, now she's like, oh, I'm a husky and you're not going to touch me and I don't want to go back in the house. Huh.
You think she'd beat up Eugene?
What was that?
You think she'd beat up Eugene?
Oh, I think she actually She will play with any size dog and she will not back down. So she does manhandle any.
I bet Eugene would growl at her and run away.
She has played with Potbelly Pig in the RV park. She has met cats that are okay with dogs, and she was fine with them. She's played with all size dogs. She actually got to play with Red.
She loves Red.
She loves Red. Yeah, got to play with Red at Gage's fly-in, and yeah, so she really gets along with everybody. Pretty laid back.
She's so cute.
We got Brian and Bonnie Franz in here now, and we got Mark Fogel, and Angela is here too to say hi. Hello to both of you. Anthony Peregringo, hello, sir.
Nature's best.
Nature's best.
Hi, Bill.
Have not interviewed Leah. I have talked to her at Bad Apples the first year I met her, and she's not willing to come on and do a live talk. So she said she would do a recorded one. So, and Catland is in here, and let's see, more people joining us. Oh, and don't forget that we're taking a break next week. We're going to start doing our every other week throughout the summer. So give us some time to, or you guys some time to fly, spend time with your family, do whatever you want. So
Just don't forget to come back.
yeah, make sure you guys subscribe and hit the bell. So when we put out the thumbnail, that it reminds you to get your butts back on here. Anthony, I'm doing okay. Still going to wound care. They're still talking about doing skin grafting on my foot. So I still have an open wound yet. We're at 2 centimeters of a hole yet, which was no change from last week. So, and I go back to the surgeon on May 6th. So he'll take a x-ray, I'm sure, of my femur on my right leg and hopefully on my foot to tell me what's going on with that, because it hurts like everything. So, but I'm getting around better. I don't have that big weird thing that I had on out in Pennsylvania. Look like an alien.
And you can walk. You don't have a wheelchair and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yep. Just very sore, like after I sit down and I get back up, or like in the morning, it takes quite a few steps to kind of get going again.
Hi, Jayland. Glad you could come join us.
So if anybody else wants to join us on here, feel free. You guys got anything else you want to chit chat about?
Scuba.
So what's all the big news on Northern Lights?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Cars and airplanes
yep.
and
What we're gonna-
paramotors?
And paramotors we're going to do. We're not sure how many people. We just, because I think of my injuries and Eric's still not really into flying right now, flying paramotors. He's more into the fixed wing, still trying to get his hours in when he can. I said I wanted to have another fly-in because it's fun, even though I haven't flown one of my own fly-ins. But we are going to have the paramotors again like last year. And whoever wants to come, you can camp. I believe we're going to do the $25 again. And we are doing the car show again. The car club really enjoyed that. We've got trophies for them. And then we're going to try to get people with fixed wing to come in and show off some of their planes. and see if we can get people from, like that one year, I don't know if it was at one of the $100 hamburger events. What was the plane that John Denver died in? One of those goofy looking spaceship looking things.
It was a home built, wasn't it?
I don't know, but anyway, that was there. So, but it's, yeah, if you have a fixed wing and you want to come, we're trying to talk about getting a discount on fuel for those that fly in with their fixed wings that are at the airport. We have a hangar for the paramotors, so you don't have to leave them out. As much space as we can, because now we have almost too many toys in there now. So, and he's loving flying that Cub right now. So,
Oh, there it is. Rutan Long Easy. Was that a kit plane?
I was going
Travis?
to say, is it like this? Is it one of these?
yeah,
Maybe. I don't
where
know.
it tips down when you get out of it. Yep.
Yeah. And
Yep.
it's got the, I was very, I saw one of these planes at your fly-in that came in for when they were going to come in and actually timing all of the planes that were doing the cross-country flights. Yeah, but I know that we're missing here, right there, missing the actual prop. But I talked to this gentleman about this plane because I find this plane very fascinating and brand spanking new. It's $50,000. And it's a 4-seater.
Huh.
It was I have a picture zoomed in on, so here, it's very spacious with 4 seats.
Wow. Because the one that flew in at the $100 hamburger fly-in, it was only I think just a 2-seater, a front and a back. And that guy came in from Minnesota just to come to our burger thing.
Yeah. I mean, it was very fascinating. I said, if I was to ever want to actually fly a plane, a fixed wing plane, I think I would really be interested in this. Because he even said because we were talking about the Cirrus plane, and I like the aerodynamics of these looks of these planes. And so we were talking about the differences. He said, even though the Cirrus has the deployment of the ballistic chute, this is still, and he even said, factually, it was safer because this turns into a glider. If that front wheel doesn't deploy for some reason, that whole belly of that plane is doubled up in prepared to glide across the ground and have very minimal damage because it turns into a glider.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, all planes technically do turn into gliders, I guess, if you don't have engine going. But I mean, it's aerodynamically the same as what a glider turns into, I guess. So it was fascinating.
What about that purple and green plane?
Can I jump in real quick?
Yep.
Can I jump in real quick and go back to a topic because my internet was cutting out and I didn't get a chance. But I wanted to follow up on Nature's Best question about Leah Catullo because I kind of had a conversation with her about that. Yes, she is doing amazing things. And just to clarify, she obviously she wants to support and contribute in any way she can. But she is definitely very, very busy with the plans for getting more American pilots into the competitive side of the sport. So just wanted to clarify that that she actually mentioned that she likes doing the live interviews, the short live interviews, and she's definitely willing to support the show in any way she can. But she is very busy, and that's why she's not able to do a full show. But she promised to support by sharing updates when she has them. And I'm sure y'all will hear about those updates as soon as she has solid news to share with us.
Cool.
Yeah.
I put the
I'm so excited to see what she has coming up. It's been really interesting to see all the little updates popping up on social media and the conversations that she's starting with different pilots. She's put in a lot of work into this, and I know that this is a topic or like a domain that is near and dear to her heart. So I can't wait to see what she's going to come up with.
nice.
Justin just asked me if you were going to Bad Apples. I think you said no. Didn't you?
No. No.
That's what I thought.
I'm no boudin.
So someone else in the chat had asked how many of us were going. So I know Wendy's going, I'm going, Dr. G will be in the house, and the commencement will be done. Right? Like, do you guys have
Yes.
commencement the
Be
weekend
official by then.
before? Or like, I know some places do Mother's Day
Yeah,
weekend
it's going to
commencement.
be on May 4th.
Awesome. Yay.
Yeah, it's going to be on May 4th. I like that date, and
You'll be able to
and,
relax.
it's going to be
that was
a
one of
fun
my
way
big
to spend
things to
May 4th.
ask was what day was commencement.
Thank you, Bonnie, for donation to the show.
Very nice.
So
Forgot
I know Susan. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Susan was saying that I should show this because so I was displaying my wing out at our booth. So people were sitting in my paramotor, but I had my wing tips charging, so it worked out good to lay my wing out there. But I came across this plane that matched my wing.
Ah,
And it matches your e-bike. And
Yeah,
it matches your nails.
I was like, that has to be a woman pilot. Maybe not, but but yeah, it was pretty funny.
So once the boat is sold, then Justin can buy you the airplane.
No. No, but I will have good. I can share good news because I had bad stuff.
And it can be a business expense.
Yeah. I know I didn't really share on public what exactly was the bad news, but I can tell you that our side-by-side sold. So I'm going to end up getting my Chrysler 300 back. I'm going to get the F-250 back, and I'm going to get my camper back when I come back to
Everything
Florida.
she's broken last month.
So my Chrysler 300 rear axle had 6 to 8 inches of play in it. It was making a noise, and I didn't know what it was. And it turned out it had 6 to 8 inches of play, and I was doing 75 down 75, right? So it could have broke any time.
Oh, goodness.
And the camper went away to get repaired from what wasn't repaired the right way and messed up from them. So they're fixing that. But I don't know what happened to my brain, but after the camper went down the road, I was so proud that I got it all ready by myself. I got everything done. And then I put death in our diesel tank of the only vehicle I had left. Poured it in the wrong hole.
oh,
And I've done that. I've taken care of this truck for 3 years. So I was very, very upset with myself. But that was my whole, when the hits keep on coming.
poor Wendy.
Yeah. But then I had to make the call to Justin. That was really the dreading part.
Well, I've always drove little small cars, little 2-seaters, little sports cars, my whole entire life. And after last summer and the fiasco with the little tiny trailer pulling it to Wisconsin with that big humongous, the 2 trikes in there and that little tiny camper, I had to trade in my car, get rid of my car, my little tiny car, and end up getting
She's
a big, humongous Chevrolet Silverado.
got a badass truck bigger than Randy's.
My
Nice.
envies my truck. My son wants my truck. My husband wants my truck. And I also bought a big camper.
And you get in your truck.
I have to climb up in the thing. I need a step stool to get in it. I have to climb up in it.
Randy will push her up.
Yeah, just get a hold of the steering wheel and climb up in it to get in it. It's so big.
Justin wants to know if your new camper has a table.
It has a what?
A table. Because you said there's no table even in this old camper.
It does not have a table. It does not.
Anyone?
No,
It's trike storage.
no, it's got it's got that slide, and then it's got the back, the room in the back, the garage, and
Oh,
there's
okay.
you can
So
put a
you got
table
it
in there
out.
if you want to after you get all the junk out of it. But it's got a thing where you can put a table at the couch.
Yeah.
And it's got a bar.
Okay.
So
Linda
Pull
says,
that down to Ocala and come hang out.
yeah, I can come to Ocala.
Linda says she loves a man with a big truck, but Linda, it's Deweese
Yeah, I'm a woman with a big truck now.
showing up all the big guys.
And my
Denise, you
son
should
said, I just cannot imagine you driving that big truck. It's just not right.
you should drive it over to Georgia.
Oh, and then I had it deleted, and I had a programmer put in it, which really blew all of his mind. Which I guess women I didn't even know what it was. Women don't know what that is, but the men do. So,
Yeah.
it makes it run better and uses less gas.
The fuel economy type thing.
Yeah. It takes the, what is that thing, Randy? That we took out underneath. Catalytic converter. It takes the catalytic converter out.
Oh, so he went and pawned the gold out of it.
No, it's still sitting in the yard. I guess I could put up
Well,
for
it
about
wouldn't
that.
last long here in Williamsport because there's people ripping those out of people's cars and getting
Yes, I
caught
could
on
sell
camera.
it, couldn't I? It's mine. I could sell it. I don't know what they're worth, but I have one sitting out there in the yard.
People like stealing them in Williamsport, so they must be worth
Yeah, they
something.
steal them right out from under the trucks, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I guess if they knew it was sitting in my yard, they'd come steal it.
So, where do you have any plans of where
Anyway.
you're pulling that camper for the first time?
We're probably going to just try it. We haven't even camped in it yet, because we had to get a place where we could put. Had to get another shed to put it under, one of those camper sheds. So we got one of those finally built out there, and so we haven't even taken it camping yet. So I guess we'll try camping it around here somewhere. And then Wisconsin. We're going back to Wisconsin in the end of May. So
Woohoo.
Are you going to go and see the chicks? Go get.
yeah, going back to see the chicks. I'll be another chicken mama again.
Deweese, I forgot to tell you that out of all the other eggs that were laying under that fruity mom,
Yeah.
another baby hatched.
Oh my God, another one.
Yeah, so I tried stuffing the 5 underneath with that little 1-day-old,
Yeah.
and I got pictures of 2 of the little babies, the week-old ones, peeking their heads out of her wing. But then they jumped out, and then the mama started pecking their heads, so I had to whack her one and had to bring all my 5 chickens back in.
Oh, she wouldn't raise them. No,
So-
she knew they weren't hers.
Yeah, so, well, they are, but, so anyway, she's taking care of the one little one right now.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah,
She knows that one's hers.
yep.
How about that?
But I guess after like about 2 weeks, she'll be like, get the heck out of here, go away, and I'll have to kind of take care of that one then too.
Yeah.
So they're ready for you.
Well, they'll be half grown by the time I get there.
Yeah. They got little feathers on their tails, and they're getting the little chicken butt tails.
Yeah, I'll be scared of them by then.
It'll be the
Have
ugly.
you ever thought of guinea hens? Or do you want the noise?
I'd rather
What?
get a peacock.
Guinea hens.
Oh, they're mean.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, guineas are mean.
well,
When I was doing home health, I had to go see a patient that had guineas, and they'll chase you all over the yard. They're like watchdogs.
yeah.
They're noisy as hell.
We had one random here for a week, and I loved it. It
You
always, yeah. I really liked the noise that it made,
Ugh.
but Justin didn't like it.
No, they will run you all over the yard. They're just like watchdogs. They're mean.
Oh,
You just put it in the air fryer.
Yeah. They're like a pack of dogs together. They'll chase you everywhere.
oh.
I gotta show you my baby flamingo.
Oh,
Oh, cute.
Even got little feathers, little wings already.
oh, oh! Look, the brown.
Yeah.
Got a little color to him. He's fat.
So are we gonna name
Oh, not the
him
one
the same way we named him last time?
Oh, scuba.
Yeah. Which one's Scuba?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to put the little wristbands on them down on their ankle bands, so I can tell them apart.
Do you still have Baldy?
Baldy's the one that was the one that went broody and laid all the, well, I don't know if she laid them all, but sat on all the eggs.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
So I've got Baldy and Peaches keeps getting attacked by the boys, and they keep ripping her hair out when they mount her.
I'm assuming that Tuesday is the father.
Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
Well, I got 2 dark ones in here also, 3 yellows, and then 2 darker ones.
Hmm.
So duck
So
spit. Yep, they eat ticks. That's what I'm hoping, is to get rid of some more ticks.
Guess we'll have some fried chicken when we get up there.
Shush.
Not enough to feed the whole fly-in, though.
No,
Are these gonna be chicken fingers? They haven't grown very fast.
They really good.
you leave my little flamingos alone.
Aw.
So, G, are you still there?
I am still here.
Do you want to talk about your background, your backdrop?
Yeah. Yes. I wanted to, I guess, share something that happened, a loss that we had in our Central Florida PPG community, and honestly, probably extends beyond Central Florida. But our dear friend Marco Bussi passed away a couple of days ago. He was a wonderful man, PPG instructor. He worked. He was one of the instructors when I was going through my training. I actually had my first tandem flight with him, and unfortunately, he recently passed away due to illness unrelated to flying. He enjoyed flying very much, and he flew until he couldn't. So it was a big loss, and I know a lot of people in my circle are feeling it. And I just wanted to share that and to let his friends and family and loved ones know that we're thinking about him, and we all miss him very much.
Yeah, sorry. So sorry to hear that.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Wish I could have met him.
Appreciate it. No, he was wonderful. He was wonderful. One of the kindest, most gentle souls I've ever met. So I'm not surprised that a lot of people feel that loss. And yeah, so all my friends and all the Central Florida people, all the Florida people out there, and I know a lot of people have been very close to him, and this loss, I'm sure, is affecting them very, very badly. And I just wanted everyone to know that we're in this together, and um, especially the ones who were very close to him. It really hurts to lose him.
All right. How old was he?
Yeah.
Do you know?
He was not old. He was not old. I would say he was probably closer to my age, a few years older.
Oh my.
So yeah, it was definitely not, you know, too soon to lose someone like him. Not
Right.
that, right, not that there's a right age for that, but it was definitely
Right.
too soon.
Definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, this is him right here helping me get set up for my first tandem flight. He was so patient, and we were pushing the weather because I got there not very early, not knowing much about PPG. I did not show up early enough. So now I know how, like, the situation he was in, trying to get me that flight and trying to get me all ready without rushing anything. And it was a wonderful flight. Obviously, I'm still here. I came back for more. So it was a wonderful experience and just a beautiful day. And he ended up taking up a couple of my family members as well. And I just stuck around and I just wanted to hang out and just, finish the day, finish the session on the field, just like day one, basically. I was hooked. So I give him a lot of credit for that first tandem flight and for all all the things that I've learned from him and all the conversations we've had. And we talked about everything from plans to movies, and he had so many interests, just like, a lot of those wonderful talented people that we have in our community. Just so many interests, and just he was such a pleasure to talk to, always very, very polite, very gentle, and very talented. I learned a lot from him working on motors with him, and just um, yeah, so much that I want to give him credit for in my journey. Even though I've only known him for a couple of years, he definitely left his mark.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, looks like we hit our hour. Anybody else got anything? So just remember, in 2 weeks, we'll be back. Not sure with who. We'll see. See
Yes.
when, yeah, if anybody wants to be a guest on the show. Otherwise, I'm going to be hunting somebody down. I got,
Yeah, we discussed some ideas about topics, and would love to uh, plan those out. And if anyone would like to talk about topics specific to PPG, we talked about things that interest different pilots, and what we can do to kind of help the community grow and learn. So suggestions for topics are also welcome. Anyone with experience that they would like to share with the community are also welcome.
yeah. And also, it was kind of fun learning about other people's hobbies when we had Anessa on and her honeybees.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if you have a neat hobby, that would be really nice.
Or
Share it
just-
with us.
Or just a hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all
I
here
think
to learn and listen.
I think something that I personally need to be doing more of, and I want to get back into it a lot more, is kiting again. Just staying on the ground and kiting. And also a little bit more gusty wind, feeling comfortable with the wing on the ground. But I would love to hear more about somebody who loves to kite. I know going to Bad Apples, there's a gentleman that has dreadlocks that is like known as the kiting king. Like every time that there's kiting,
He had me doing it.
yeah.
Mhm.
being able to talk to somebody like that and giving us pointers or anything.
He loves sharing too. He loves it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I plan on finding him at Bad Apples. I plan on trying to find him to see if I can get some more help. James that lives down in Lake Wales, he helped me a lot when I went to my very first fly-in, and that really helped me understand the quick shutting down of the wing, a little bit of confidence with it. But it's been so long, and it does whip you into shape in a hurry too. So
Yeah, Sean Nafsker.
Yep.
okay, that's
Yep.
it. Yeah. On the little baby check.
I hear chickens.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Before he craps on my keyboard.
Well, thanks for letting us announce the
Yeah.
fly-in dates tonight.
Yes.
Yep. Good news it was.
Yes.
Okay, Travis said he'll come on the show.
What? He's
Yeah,
lying.
he said he'd have us chuckling the whole time.
He would what?
All right, Travis, just get in touch with Jade and we'll set you up. Next week?
No, not next week. 2 weeks.
I mean, not next week, 2 weeks. That'll give you time to prepare.
Yep. You can even do fishing.
Oh, he said fishing, hunting. What else was it? I missed this place. I'm lost here.
We need to hear from Brooke. Maybe hear all his extra things that he does.
Oh, yeah.
He does a lot.
Yeah.
Carjack, rob
Happy
store.
birthday to Brooke and happy birthday to Will Fly. And
Yeah.
who else has birthdays today?
Oh, yeah. Carjacking and robbing stores.
Crazy.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Just go outdoors. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Chuck Dodge's hobby is pull tabs.
Mine is learning to walk.
Yeah. Mine is not going outside. I need to go outside more.
All right, guys. Well, and ladies, you have a wonderful night, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So you better
Good night,
be here.
everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
We make new friends. We fly with new friends, flying up high in the sky. With a paramotor on our backs, or in an airplane high above the clouds. Paragliding off the mountain, oh wingsuit flying like a flying squirrel, so beautiful and graceful, jumping out of airplanes. Yes, we are all crazy, but we can smile 'cause we are all friends. We make new friends. We fly with new friends, flying up high in the sky.